Good morning, Smitten Stampers. This is Trisha Bellinger. I am here from Bath, Michigan. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am going to show you today the ever so popular Take to the Sky. As a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, we could pre-order. You've probably seen a lot of people doing cards or projects with the Take to the Sky bundle. I, however, only ordered the designer series paper, and I was like, okay, I don't really know anybody into airplanes, but I decided that I am going to create some pages for a trip that we're getting ready to take this fall to out west to Mount Rushmore. So I decided to use this as a travel scrapbook page ideas. So I'm going to show you today how I took Take to the Sky, which is just 12 by 12 designer series paper. Good morning, ladies. If you're here for the first time, I want to welcome you for joining me. And if you're returning, thank you so much for returning. Please feel free to share this with your friends and give us a warm Manic Monday welcome. So off to Take to the Sky. So it is 12 by 12 designer series paper. You get 6 patterns. This pattern is what inspired me to create some scrapbook pages with it. I'm going to show you a layout and then show you some ideas that I've done with it. I cut this apart, and if you cut it at every 4 inches, you end up with these panels. And then what I did was just took those and made tags out of them. So basically it's just cutting this all apart. And once you cut it, you end up with these tags, some other pieces of ephemera, pieces to use on card fronts, scrapbooking pages. The possibilities are endless. But here again, I'm going to show you how you don't need the whole entire bundle to create some nice projects. So it's 6 patterns. It's double-sided. One side is definitely all about flying, airplanes, travel is what I see. And then the other side, you have some really nice patterns of Night of Navy, I believe it's Smoky Slate, Copper Clay, Boho Blue, and then you also have the Mellow Moss. And pretty sure it's Smoky Slate, and then with basic white. So what I'm going to do today is show you a page formula. I'm actually doing a demonstration. Oh, I got a frog in my throat. I'm going to do a demonstration tonight for our team. The Stampin' Gala, my upline, has asked me to share this page formula with our team. So I thought what I would do is show you the formula that I'm going to use to create this. I do want to say that I offer some home-based classes here in my Fungin. One of my classes is a scrapbook class. It's held the 3rd Tuesday of the month, and they can either choose 11 a.m. or 5 p.m. And I have had, since I've been doing my live videos, I've had some girls reach out and ask about tutorials or classes to go. So if it's something you're interested in, feel free to leave me a comment. I haven't been able to get a hold of the gal that I work with for my blog to update the tutorials, but I do have some tutorials from some of my past scrapbooking classes. So those are held the 3rd Tuesday of the month, and just because you're not local doesn't mean you can't create with me. We did do Sip and Stamp, which is the last. I shouldn't say the last because some months have 5 Tuesdays in it, but this last month we did it on a Thursday because of the holiday. So Sip and Stamp is the 4th Tuesday of the month. It is an evening card class. And I posted the picture that we used, the Magnolia Mood. I'll show you really quick. This was really pretty. So this was the class that we did for Magnolia Mood. I'll just set this aside right now. So this was Sip and Stamp. These were 2 of the cards that we did. You make 6 cards, so you make 2 of each. And this die is just beautiful. So these are online exclusive bundles. And starting June 5th, any bundle that you see current in the catalog, I'm not sure if it's including the online exclusives. Try saying that 2 times fast. I'm not sure if it's including those. I will double check, and I will post that also on my Facebook page and my blog. But for sure it is the bundles that are in the catalog. They will be 10% off for the month of June, starting June 5th. So they're already at 10% discount, and then they're discounting them another 10%. But this was Sip and Stamp, and this is the Magnolia Mood bundle. So this is one of the dies that came in the bundle. This is using Basic Beige, which I don't know if you can see it on camera. It is nowhere near vanilla. This is vanilla. The background that we used in this card is vanilla. It is nothing like crumb cake. It's just really pretty, just kind of a real pretty beige. So we embossed the background, and then we sponged the edges to create kind of more of a vintage style card. And then we also used the stamp set and stamped the image and then cut it out with the coordinating dies. And I chose Stamp It in black Memento, and then I paired it with the vanilla and black ribbon, gingham ribbon, and then we cut this die in half, sprawled it out to create a sentiment, and then did a little something on the insides too. So that's Sip and Stamp. I offer that, and then I also offer Coffee and Cards, which is a morning class, and that's the 2nd Thursday of every month. And we start that at 11 a.m. and go till about 2. It's same thing. You make 6 cards, and you can 3 cards, 2 of each. You can get your class for free if you place an order with me. And then I also offer my From My Ink Pad to Yours, which is our class to go. And I do have 2 kits available this month. So if you're interested, you will get a half a package of the ephemera from each of the 4. There's 4 different packages of ephemera. You'll get a half a package of each. I will have all these cardstock layers cut for you. And then I have a written colored tutorial. A tutorial is a step-by-step directions to create every card. So you will receive that. You'll receive the ribbon cut and ready, and you will get half a package of your ephemera, which will leave you a lot to recreate more. You can use these same layouts and use the leftover. I've paired them all with the new in colors, so you will get all these pieces, and then you will use your pieces of ephemera to create all these cards. So I do have 2 kits left of that. So that's a little bit about me and Smitten Stamper and the classes that I offer. And so let's get on with our project today. So we're gonna do Take to the Sky. Take to the Sky is some very nice masculine colors, and with Father's Day coming up and all the different summer travels for people here in Michigan, I thought it would be a good one to showcase. I'll tell you the colors. They are boho blue, and that's this. And I am also pairing it with Night of Navy, and then it pairs well with Copper Clay, Mossy Meadow, and it was Smoky Slate was the other colors. So to do this layout, you need to choose, and because we're going to use this as our coordinating pieces, we just need to choose a pattern. I'm going to show you one that I've also created and stepped it up a little bit, but I'm going to show you the basics this morning. So I think we're going to choose this. So because it's two-sided, you can choose either side, and I'll show you what we did. We're going to take, I call this a one-sheet wonder. You only need to use one sheet of your 12 by 12, one of the designer series paper, one sheet of plain paper, and then your backgrounds that you want to use for your layout. So I chose Night of Navy for the layout, and then these are the two pieces that I'm going to cut. Good morning, Pam. Nice to see you. Okay, so we're going to take our first, I'm going to do some, well, I guess I can try to cut it right here for you. Let you guys see. It's a little harder with 12 by 12. So the first sheet we're going to use is going to be our plain paper, and we're going to cut this at 11 inches. It is 12 by 12, so we're going to cut it at 11, and then we're going to lay that aside. Then we're going to cut it at 10 1/4. So you're going to end up with a couple strips to use on your layout. And then we're going to cut it at 6 inches. Oops. Get it on the mark right. So what do you girls think? You seen much of this? I'm sure you have seen a lot of this designer series paper. 10, and then we're going to cut it at, 10 1/4. We did that. Then we cut it at 6. Oops, I can't talk and chew gum at the same time. Okay, so we were cutting it at 10 1/4. Oh boy, what'd I do? Hang on, let me back this up. All right, we cut it at 11. That gave us our 1-inch strip, I believe. Let me go back here. Did I mess this up? I was trying to tell you girls good morning and do some chatting, and Trisha can't chat and chew gum at the same time. So if we cut it at 11, we cut our 1 inch. Oh, I better be prepared for tonight. I'm going to be a hot mess here, showing my team members. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get me, because this should have been 1 inch if it's cutting at 12, and it's not. Maybe this one's a 1 inch. Okay, that was the 1 inch strip to make me cut it at 11. All right, and then we moved over to, I better just pay attention to what I'm doing. All right, so there's our 11 inches. Then we moved over to 10 1/4. Okay, that was that piece. Okay, and then we went to 6. So we moved all the way over here to 6. Oh, 10 1/4. Maybe it went this way, this piece. I can't get them mixed up. Sorry, guys. 10 1/4. Okay, and then we moved it over to 6. Yep, I was right. That was that piece. Okay. And then you should have 4¼ by 12 and a 6 by 12. Okay, so this is the 6 by, so this piece should measure 4¼ Sorry, girls. Okay, I'm back on track. 4¼ by 12. We're gonna cut this at 6¼ So that's where this this trimmer is a little tricky. So 6, and that's the half, 3/4. So the mark is here in the gray. So that's 6¼ All right, yay, we did it. Okay, so that's our plain sheets. We'll leave that set aside. Now we're taking our pattern piece. And you're gonna wanna be careful if it's directional. Like if you were gonna use the Mossy Meadow side, because there's verbiage here and some sailboats and stuff, you wanna make sure you're cutting it in the correct direction. Thanks, Kathy. Thanks for bearing with me. We're gonna use this side though, so the direction doesn't really matter. This is 12 by 12. This is our designer series pattern piece, and we're going to cut this at 9 inches and 6 inches. You know what they say, measure twice, cut once. Trisha usually measures once, cuts 2 or 3 times. Okay, now you're going to rotate. This is 6 by 12. We're going to rotate this, and we're going to cut that at 8 inches. Okay, and then we're going to take this piece that we cut originally that was 3 by 12, the piece that we cut off that was 3 by 12. We're going to cut this at 9 inches. 6 inches. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to do first thing this morning, our drawing, 4 inches. Okay, so we have all those pieces cut. We're going to lay that aside. Remind me before I depart. So if you leave a comment and while you're watching this live, or if you have caught me, you weren't able to make the live and you're watching the replay, feel free to leave a comment. And I am doing a drawing where I put everybody's name in that had commented on the last live. And because I didn't go live last week with the holiday, this would be for commenting on the ephemera class to go that I demonstrated and made the card. I will do the drawing for that week. Okay, so now we're taking our 2 bases, and what we're going to do from the let's start with our first piece of paper that we cut. We're going to take the thicker of the long strips, and we're going to go across the side. I don't know, can you guys see that? I'll try to move it up a little bit. Are you seeing kind of most of the layout? And then we're going to take this pattern and we're going to go along this section, and then we're going to lay this up to this. Okay, and then we're going to take, we have 2 photo mats here. One is a little larger. I believe it's 4 by 6 is what it should be. Yes, 4 4¼ by 6¼ No, that's going to be the larger one. This is actually going to be a photo mat down here. And then this one should measure 4 by 6. This one, no. 4 by, this one is going to go up here. Okay. And then this piece here is going to go, we're going to take the larger one and we're going to lay that there. Okay, that's going to lay on that. And then we have our 3 photos that are the same size. So we have 2 squares that are the same size. These 2, we're gonna lay puzzle in here, okay? And then we're gonna take this one, go up there, and then this one's gonna lay right onto here and make a mat. This is actually going to be somewhat of a journal box. And then you know what? We forgot to cut this. This actually gets cut at 8 and 4. So this is the 6 by 12 piece. You need 2 photo mats for that. That's, oops. So we're gonna cut that at 8 and 4. It's actually gonna give you 3 photo mats. Okay. Now we got our pieces. I needed this practice for tonight. Those girls be laughing at me. They're all pros at this video stuff. How you like the colors? Very neutral, but watch what happens. Move this down. That's going to lay there. And then this one's going to go across here. So this is going to be our general layout. Now, using these pieces of ephemera that we cut, if you wanted, like I would love to swap out some of this, or maybe trim this one down to 1/4 of an inch. I think that's what I'm going to do. And you could put a title over this because of the direction. You know what? And let's not even stop there. Let's just take a minute and see. This piece here, I really like. This could get layered on. We could go, or we could just swap it out. Oh, you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to go like this because I like that color with that. Let's say you took a airplane trip, or you went to a festival or something and there was airplane stuff going on. I mean, you can just be really creative with the ideas of what you can do with this. And then this page, I might even turn and make it go this way. Let's just play around a little bit, because once you get that layout down, now look at, we can put that on there and we could use that as a title. Then you have these pieces, the tag pieces, these little tags. Let's see. Maybe we want, instead of this, let's eliminate this and see what this looks like. I mean, there's so much we could do. And then use this as a title. You've got that. Let's see here. What else do we have? We have some clouds. We could add, because I want to show you how you can just take this layout as a base and then build off that. This would be like a nice stamp, a word or a phrase. I think that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to trim this down. I know, Kathy, this paper is just really neat. I could see, you're going to see what I've done here with the rest of it. Okay, so this piece measured for, well, I'm going to measure it on here. Hang on, because I'm going to show you what I want to do. This is 5 3/4 by 4 1/4. So the piece that you have up here is measures 5 3/4 by 4 1/4. We're going to trim this one down to 5 3/4 by 4 1/4. So let's go 4 and that already is. So that's perfect there. but we need to cut this down to 5. Let's see if it's 1/8 of an inch or 1/4. Do I need to go to 5.5? Nope, that's perfect. Nope, I do need to go to 5.5 because I want to have an even border around that whole piece. So this is where you just play with that sheet there. And then what I would do is take our Alamo dies and create a title. Up and away. All who wander are not lost. I mean, possibilities are endless on that. Okay, so then on this piece here, which measures 3 3/4. Nope. 4 by 3. I'm going to make this just 1/4 of an inch smaller, 1/2 inch smaller to lay on, or 1/4 of an inch smaller to lay on here. So we're going to cut it at 2 7/8 by, hang on here, 2 7/8 by 3 7/8. Let's take it off the top and I'll show you. Okay, so just so that we have a little bit of a border here, I just want to show you how you can perk this layout up. Okay, so there's that. All right, and then this, if you wanted to use this as, we could stamp, or we could even write in black and make it a journaling box. I'm going to trim this down because I just like how the triangular and the colors all match. This piece should measure 2 3/4, 3 by 3. So I'm going to make this 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. And then that should fit in this box as a little mat. There we go. Okay. And then instead of this little piece that we had here, I'm going to eliminate that. Maybe I want to tuck this in behind it. No, I'm just going to eliminate that piece. And then now we've got a new layout using that same formula, only using your designer series paper. We are changing the layout up a little bit, kind of stepping it up a little bit, I guess I want to say. So I'm going to punch these. I'm going to take the twine, just the white twine, and create some real tags. I want to show you, don't adhere everything directly onto the page, because I want to show you some tips, especially with traveling, how you can add some of your nostalgic pieces that you collect while traveling. So maybe you get maps, maybe tickets. This is a great way to add that to it. I'm going to show you by popping some things up instead of gluing everything directly down. So you just created our tags. We'll trim those. All right, now what we're going to do is I'm going to put this in the corner and get straight as can be so that I can glue everything down and show you a finished page. And then I'm going to show you another page that I created and really stepped it up by adding, I added photo mats, and it's a total different color, but it will make for a great Oops, can you guys see that? I forget doing the 12 by 12, how hard it is to, okay, and then we're gonna glue this to this. Maybe you even like the map look, you could do that. I kind of like how the airplanes all mimic each other. Kind of a pattern here, and then this is real subtle, so your title will pop out over this. I'll post the whole finished page on my Facebook page and on my blog when we get it all put down. So that's gonna go onto that. This we are gonna glue directly to our page. Oh, good. You can see it, Kathy. I forget when I'm working with 12 by 12, it's a lot bigger area to show everybody, to showcase. We're going to lay that just right about, I moved my paper. I want that to get somewhat centered there. Okay. And then this will go on here. These will be 2 photo mats, or if you have a lot to journal, these will go about here. Okay. So what I want to show you is if you were going to take these and glue these down to here, let's do the airplane. Sorry about my... Let's do that so that you see the airplane, okay? All right, so I like that placement of that. So what I'm gonna do is just tack them down. I know you guys have probably seen a lot of this. I was like, oh, I don't know what I would use that for. They did a lot of really neat projects, and I've seen a lot of neat things because they showcase this on stage center at our convention. Okay, so let's trim this. Let's say that you get some maps, you're traveling. I'm just got these tacked down for now. I'm not gonna, okay. You get some maps or you get some tickets or some different things from a traveling, because I'm gonna use these pages for traveling, but you don't want them to be focal point on here. What we're gonna do is tuck some stuff underneath here, have the possibility to do that. So I'm going to take my dimensionals, and we're just going to use dimensionals on this side of our journal, title, photo mat, whatever you decide to use this for, because there is no right or wrong. There's so many possibilities of what you could use it for. So by not gluing that side down, is my airplane right? I think it is. I'm second guessing myself. Okay, so this is down, but we're going to leave this open so that we have the possibility of tucking some stuff under there. And then what I'll do when I get my pictures and everything on here, I just want it to be ready to crop. Basically, this is like a crop and drop, and be able to tuck maybe a map or tickets or anything that you might have that you want to keep as memory in your album. And then these, we're just going to go ahead and glue these. And then this is where your 4x6 photos, you'll trim. This is a 4x6 photo mat. So what you'll do is you will just trim your photo to 1/8 of an inch smaller. So 3 7/8 by 5 7/8. And then you've got room to put 2 photos. If you got a lot to write, you can turn that into a journaling box. So that's page 1 of our Take to the Sky. And then now I'm going to do this side layout. So we're going to adhere this to this page, to this side of the page. I like using the green glue. I call it the green glue. It is called Tombow Mono Liquid Glue, because my pages will not fall apart. But keep in mind, you use too much, your paper is gonna pucker. So less is best. It's very sticky. You don't need a lot. And then we're just gonna butt that right up to that. And what I like about it is you have wiggle room to get that centered even. Okay, and then we'll put this as one of our embellishments. We'll go onto this. Remember, this came from the other sheet of designer series paper that was in that package. Whoops, see, if you use too much, get too close to the edge, it's gonna come oozing out. So what do you think so far? Are you guys liking it? It's kind of gonna be a fun pack of designer series paper for me to use as travel. We don't have a lot of options as travel. I know with the whole revamping of our scrapbooking line that will be coming out this fall, I'm sure we will get a lot more. I hope we get a lot more, because scrapbooking has really been a passion of mine, and it's something I haven't done in a long time. And as you know, you probably heard, my son and bonus daughter are having their first baby, so I'm actually gonna have a baby right here in Michigan for Oma de Mushan. And I will be creating lots of scrapbook pages for our new baby girl. And what I do for my scrapbook class, let's even this up. So the scrapbook class, they make these pages, and then they know that they can print off, everybody's taking pictures on their phone, right? So now they can print off pictures that will fit. These will fit little 2.5 or 2.5 by 2.5 photos. You could put, if you had the bundle, you could put more airplanes, whatever. I'm going to leave it because I'm probably going to add a small photo. I'm probably going to do some journaling in here, because with a black or a night of navy marker, it will show up. And don't be afraid to use your own handwriting, because family is going to want to see that. It is kind of neat to look back and see how much your handwriting may look like a family member's. I know my mom and my grandma's my Omas look very similar. So it's nice to have that. I guess nostalgia. I like it. Something I like. And when I first learned about scrapbooking, oh, you know what? We should have popped that up too. A little bit late now, because you could have tucked under there. Maybe I'm going to do that with this one, just in case I want to tuck some things. Let me see, where would we... I'm going to do that. This one I'm going to pop up, because you just never know, especially with travel. If you were just doing regular photos, family photos, vacation photos too, travel, so you're not always going to want to glue everything down. I'm going to pop this one up because by popping it up, it just leaves me that extra space. Like I said, for tickets, for maps, for anything that you might accumulate on a trip that you want to save for your little ones to remember. Heck, for us to who am I kidding? For us to remember nowadays, as forgetful as I have been. Okay, and then these we're just going to glue right down. All right, so this is Take to the Sky in Night of Navy, which we used as our base. Boho Blue that we used for our cut pieces to cut. And then Take to the Sky Designer Series paper. And this is what we have come up with. So just very cute for travel, very easy, simple. Now the possibilities, titles could go along here. You could title across here. This could still be a photo mat. It's going to be nostalgia can come out. Photo mats, journaling. I mean, it just gives you so many possibilities. So that is one page of Take to the Sky. And now I'm going to show you same layout, same designs. And then what I did, so this would mimic, so instead of this being page 1, I took the same layout as here, I used here on page 2. This is the same exact thing, only I turned it. So look at, now all those pieces are on this side. And look how different it looks. Okay? Same exact layout, different piece of paper. This is a stepped up version. So what I did was I added the Mossy Meadow. This was the opposite side of what we just cut. And I did it with a basic white background. This is Mossy Meadow, and I did it with the maps because we're going to be taking the fifth wheel and doing a trip to out west. And so with the map, we'll be driving, so I want to take pictures, journaling. I did the same thing. I left an area to tuck things. And so that's page 1 now is actually from page 2 there. And then this is the other side. So I took those same strips that I cut from here, cut from this pattern, okay, made the tags out of them, and I put them along this edge. So this would be just like using this page that we did page 1 last time is now page 2, and what I did was turned it. Okay, so you can see there's no right or wrong. Your possibilities, whatever works with the paper you have. Not all paper come with the pieces of ephemera to cut, but I thought this was perfect for travel. So what I did was I popped this up so we could tuck under here. All these I popped up, so you could tuck a lot under any of these. And then I will leave a space for putting a title. I'll use our a la mode letters. So just really, really different look. I matted every single photo mat, every single piece. So what I did was just went 1/8 of an inch larger than the pieces that you have after you've cut that layout. So that's Take to the Sky. This is very basic Take to the Sky. You like that color combination? Thanks, Kathy. So, oops, I got it upside down from showing you. So there's Take to the Sky and Night of Navy in the airplanes. So maybe you went on a plane trip. Maybe you watched Blue Thunder. Is there do they still do the air, whatever? I can just see so many different possibilities. This one is any travel you want. And this is Mossy Meadow and Copper Clay. So those are our pages, Take to the Sky, for our layout. And then I do want to do the drawing. So thank you for anybody that, if you came in late, feel free to leave me a comment. And I am doing a drawing. This is for the last live, which was when I made the ephemera class to go, which I still do have the 2 kits available for that. We made this card. This was the card that we made in the comments that were left. So I am going to do a drawing for anybody that commented, and you're going to win the wonderful gems. So I had Linda Gring that commented. I had Ellen Buchholz. I had Rosie. And I went back this morning and I looked, and these were the comments that were left on that live. So, and then Barb Mocha. And I don't think Barb was with us live, but she watched the replay and left a comment. So I know you don't always have to come watch me live. It is Manic Monday. I do try to come live every Monday morning. And then for those of you that are local to me, we are having a huge craft sale this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday evening from 5 to 8. Friday and Saturday from 9 to 5. I am helping a good friend of mine, Linda, whose sister passed away, when a really good friend, Gay. And she donated her craft room to us, to 3 of us. So we have been working our tails off this last month getting ready for our craft sale. So that is this Friday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Okay, so we have our names in here. And we're going to pick our winner for the last live class. And it was Ellen. Ellen, congratulations. You won the wonderful gems. So I do have your address. I will get that out to you. And thank you for commenting on the ephemera class. Like I said, we do have 2 more kits of this to go. And that was, so, spit it out, Trisha. So that was, the last live. And then this week, if you catch us late or you're watching the replay, these are Take to the Sky travel pages that I created. And feel free to leave me a comment, and I will put your name in the drawing for the next Manic Monday. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you all have a great day. Thanks. Bye-bye.